I'm just pointing that out, so this is just for a visual inspection.
Yes, we're not going to sample this. That's definitely
But
true.
it is beautiful.
And it's huge. Like, this is big. For
And it's growing like straight out of the rock.
Yeah.
Is it older than you?
Like, I don't know.
How old?
I mean, it's probably older than me. I'm not that old, but.
Yeah, I mean, 3
million?
Yeah.
3 million? No. It's probably, I don't know the growth rates for corallium, but this is a pretty, I mean,
yeah.
Considering the other ones we've seen so far to be these smaller pink colonies.
That's wonderful right there.
And this is
Right,
meters.
I'm looking straight down.
Roger, I'll get going soon.
Wow, wow.
Cool.
And these are quite brittle, so like likely it is growing and pieces of it will fall off over time. You can see the broken branches down at the base. When it gets to, oh my gosh.
It's really
incredible. That is amazing.
Is this the most incredible coral
I would just fly
communities
up
you've seen
over and around, do one of the
in the Pacific?
These are the biggest of this type of coral that I've seen in the Pacific. Look at the base. So like it's just.
Yeah, you want to come all the way wide there?
Yeah.
I mean, I know we make jokes about them looking like trees, but that is a
yeah, it is. And that's like, I mean, they.
Can we get a non-laser shot really quick?
Yeah.
Also?
Yeah.
Thanks, Megan.
It's possible.
Wow.
Can I zoom,
Go ahead
Jess?
and push in, and then I'm just gonna fly over and up it. That's gorgeous, though.
That is a tree trunk.
Yeah.
Look at how thick
Oh my gosh.
We're going to need bigger coral cutters.
Coral chainsaw. Is that a squat lobster in the branches?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a little white
like,
one.
hello.
Yeah.
I want a little swing on one of those.
This is so awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Too bad we're gonna run out of space real soon.
This is so incredible.
This is. These are amazing. We're not sampling this.
Okay.
Is that the question?
How much time do you want to spend here?
I don't want to spend that much more time here.
Okay.
I do want us to move on.
Whoa, those sponges are out of control.
Are great. And I have a feel, I mean, like the idea is hopefully we'll continue to see amazing
more stuff like this.
Wow.
Look at all this.
But like, look at how it's growing on both sides too. So again, like these must be like the intersection of two current boundaries because you wouldn't have growth like that facing down and up if there wasn't food on both sides.
All around, really.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
All right, Jess, I've held my 065, and you can see me in camera 6, or see you in camera 6.
So, Alexis, do you think this is the most extravagant coral communities you've seen in the Pacific?
These are pretty up there. Yeah. It depends on like what you're like. There's a lot of diversity here.
Of course.
Like top 5 or like top 10?
I'd say top 3.
Top 3.
Whoa.
All right, we can beat that. Let's go.
How much time we got? We got an hour and 10 minutes to beat them. No, it's good on its own. It doesn't need to be surpassed.
I definitely think these are some of the best communities we've seen since we've been out here on this cruise.
Sure.
All right.
Yep, and we're trying to follow the ridge and not jump off the cliff.
Yeah, I might do.
And it kind of this works with Steve's hypothesis too, that there's not quite as much diversity and abundance right around the equator, and as you go north, that both the diversity and abundance increases just based on the currents that are feeding those spaces. So it's cool to have this stepping stone in between Howland and Baker and the more northern sides of Johnston Atoll and Kingman and Palmyra and all of that.
Yeah, I'd be curious to look at the relative age of these compared to the islands we were looking at, because it seems like this geo could be potentially quite older.
Based off the grapeness?
Sorry? Based off the grapeness? Yeah, that, and also the fact that it's a geo.
Yeah, and 1,600 meters deep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the very nature of what it is.
Yep.
It's an island that is sunk 1,600 meters below the seafloor, or below the sea level.
Below the seafloor.
We are deep in the mantle. We are exploring deep mantle corals. No one knew them to exist.
Below sea level.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
That was always a disappointment when I learned that I would never see magma. You can only ever see lava.
Right.
That's a fair point.
Unfortunate.
Semantics.
Semantics.
Arms, branches.
Arms. I was trying not
Corals,
to say
trees.
It's all about
Well, that's
logical
more-
organization, right?
Logical organization, yeah.
It's the philosophy of classification.
We've come full circle.
And
in
we're
about an
back
hour.
to Poet Megan.
Haikus.
Is it? Isn't
That's
it's not a poet, it's law.
epistemological.
Yes,
Megan,
it's
right there.
epistemology.
And our philosopher chemist in the front row just
I'm expecting a haiku from Marley in about 3 minutes.
I've decided I'm going to write one for every single person in the van.
Oh my gosh!
So y'all just get ready.
Oh my
Who
gosh!
gave her caffeine?
Did you have the coffee today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Had some coffee, went to the gym for 5 hours.
I did party with Ben in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
We had
Climbed a virtual mountain.
Wow, look at that sponge.
Oh, it's a new one. I'm a little far, but we can take a look at it if you want.
Yeah, let's take a quick zoom on it.
Yeah, man. All right. Marley, yeah, that's about good here. Go ahead.
Yeah,
and
so
push
we
on in.
came on watch 3 hours ago, and we've had pretty constant,
Yeah.
awesome coral
Right,
sponges the whole
and
time.
we have moved a total of like 20 meters.
That is not true.
Oh,
Look how weird this guy looks.
Little squat
little
lobster.
squat lobster.
Okay,
And
25
is there a
meters.
shrimp down in the stock
Yeah,
as well?
Yeah.
More like
And there's a
70.
snail.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
getting
think you're
tugs.
right. I think there's a snail on the side.
Is it possible to come down a little bit there, Greg?
So do you know what the name is for those chambers on the side of the sponge? No.
I don't.
Sorry, that was a mean question.
Yeah, Ben.
I just wanted
You're
to
just
know.
trying to make me look bad.
I wonder how the water kind of gets filtered through that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like even the top is kind of strange in how it's branched
Yeah.
out. All right, Marley, go ahead and come wide there, please. So there's a couple other things up here.
Oh, it's like, I don't remember. It's like all these collar cells lining
Yeah.
but I forget the name of the
So I think the intake
It's
chambers
atrium.
are ostia.
ostia. Yes, thank you. Okay.
And the output chamber, like the top of
Uh-huh.
the sponge, is the osculum.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Oscilloscope.
No.
No. Wrong.
Get your engineering out of here. No.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, we can't zoom on everything, unfortunately, or we would, but I think we can prioritize covering some ground.
She says that when we speak about sponges.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, we can't look at all of everything.
Hey, I just zoomed on a sponge and not the corals around it, so.
I'm just messing with you.
I think it's because we didn't have any tether to go any further to go see the coral.
That wasn't your self-control.
Yeah, that's the ship and the vehicles.
Yeah, vehicle-induced control.
Can we zoom on that coral? No, but we can do the sponge. Fine.
But we don't have to zoom on these things.
I just want to remind you guys, we should be heading along. I love that.
All right, I've got one for Alexis.
Oh, wow, you're good at these.
Alexis, are you ready for
I'm
this?
so ready.
I'm so excited.
The deep ocean queen surveys her kingdom with glee. Corals!
Oh my god, that's perfect.
That's
Corals!
really good.
I need that written down. I need that on
Frame it, yeah.
Needlepoint.
Ooh,
Yeah.
actually,
That's
that'd be
the
sweet.
appropriate answer.
Somebody needle pointed that with like a deep sea coral forest at the bottom.
Wow.
Forest, oh.
Sounds very tree-like to me.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You know, you're rubbing off on me.
Marley's starting to accumulate some user submissions too.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Can we hear some, please?
Yes, please.
Oh.
Marley, the goddess of science and of poetry. She's goddess for all.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
I'm sure that's from one of my friends.
Is that a
Soon to
PLP
be.
or something?
Yeah.
Something else?
Pop.
It sounds like I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
You're like, I can recognize her poetry.
Yeah.
From miles and miles
Here I was
away.
going to say, don't accept new Facebook friends.
Yeah, right?
Or that, yeah.
Be careful.
In seriousness, Ben, how far have we traveled?
Oh, Lord. Do you want to know?
I do.
So on our watch, I
Yeah.
think we've come about 400 meters.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
Probably more like
More like 450.
like 375.
Don't worry, we got one more hour.
We got an hour.
Yeah.
We're
we
going
got
to do
this.
it.
No,
We're gonna chug our way
we're
up
doing
here.
great. And then in total,
I
Look at
want to
that
see waypoint
beautiful-
4 though.
yeah,
we just
I really
get there
want to
now?
see waypoint 4 too. It's like
It's killing
been,
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
dangling.
Might
in
have
front
to
Just
of
have-
pick up and tow.
Yeah.
Should to be hanging
Alright,
out in
let's
the
go.
lounge
Blue
party
water.
after shift so that we can see where the
I'll be in the
carbon
D lab.
is. Oh, okay.
We got a monitor
your
down
kingdom.
So
yeah,
in
that's your
total,
kingdom.
in total, as like 2 line segments, we've come 3.5 kilometers.
Okay.
So it's
And we are going until
Since
4
last night,
a.m.
yeah.
So, yeah, we're pretty good.
yeah,
Wait, 4 a.m. or 8 a.m.?
No, 4.
Oh,
It
we
still
switched
says
back to
4
4.
on the board.
Okay.
3.4.
We'll be off bottom around like
2:45.
I hear you.
Roger.
More sleep.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Thankfully.
Well, and hopefully more mapping.
Oh,
Right.
we're behind on numbers.
So,
man.
so the weather's looking better, I guess.
I get, yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Are you sure? I just care about numbers.
Numbers.
Time for numbers.
Well, the numbers are reading great apparently now that they had heart surgery on the vehicle. So
Herc surgery.
heart surgery, yeah.
And then a
It's
quick
pretty good.
pilot switch.
Did we ever introduce ourselves in this or our first
I
watch
think
of the
we're
day?
way-
We did on our first
We're,
watch.
We did on
we're
the first
deep,
watch?
deep
Okay.
into
We
it.
did not.
I mean, I'm
on
not saying
this
we have to. I just don't think we did.
We probably
Holly's
should've.
excited.
I mean, I'm always excited.
Well, now we know. Now we know who you are. The excited Holly.
We can, yeah, let's do a quick round of intros.
I'm just trying to distract Alexis for us so that we can keep moving.
Oh, nice.
I'll start. How about we switch it up? We'll
Ooh.
start with me this time.
Yeah.
Go backwards.
My name is Lexis Weinig. I am the watch lead for this shift, and I am a co-lead scientist on this expedition, and I study deep sea corals, if you could not tell.
I'm Holly, the excited, and I am the science enthusiast here, and I'm communications, do communications and outreach for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which is one of the agencies that manages the Marine National Monuments, where we've been diving.
Marley, let's
for a
zoom
bit.
in on a sea star.
Looks like a slime star.
I'm Megan Lubekin,
It
and
is a slime
I'm
star.
looking at a slime star. And I sit data, and my background is in submarine volcanism,
All things rocks and
rocks and grapes,
rocks and grapes.
and I'm the science manager on the ship.
All right, let's come full wide. Stop paying attention.
Banjo man. Ben, you're up.
Yeah, I'm Ben, and I am sitting in the navigator's seat, trying to get us to the next waypoint.
Doing his best.
Real bad.
Doing his darndest.
Herding a van of feral cats right here.
All these little
No.
tails.
Yeah.
Mr. Greg.
My name is Mr. Greg.
Yeah.
And
All right.
and I am the Herc pilot at the moment.
I'm Jess. I'm sitting Argus right now.
Curious what this ridge is like.
My name is Marley. Sometimes
Oh my
I write science haikus for your pleasure.
And she's the video engineer.
Video engineer. And Marley broke
And-
sometime this much.
Side project video.
This is
Oh,
Brandon
we'll go back to
Rodriguez.
that.
I'm the Science Communication Fellow and the Thomas Aquinas to Megan's John Locke. That's an epistemology joke.
All right.
You only get that here, guys.
That's epistemology jokes are a little service we provide here. And in addition to choral identification.
15 years from now, when this is on YouTube, someone's going to be like, I got that.
Yep. And that person will be Brandon watching this.
Reliving the best 3
Look
weeks
at
of
this
his life.
Iridogorgia, you guys.
Yeah,
it's
it's awesome.
So
cool.
beautiful. The head-on view is amazing. You can almost like right down the spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like those little mesmerizing toys you played with as a kid.
Oh, there we
Optical
go.
It
illusions.
does. Yes.
Greg, can I zoom real
Yeah,
quick?
you can zoom.
It doesn't change angles if you change angles. You can't move like that.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. It looks amazing.
Wow.
That is really cool. Ooh,
Oh
Too
gosh. Look at that Argus shot.
Plankton.
Wow. It's mesmerizing. I wonder if there's like games that the shrimps play of like jumping through hoops through the middle.
Most
You
likely,
could
yes.
swim straight through.
Look at the little sponges. Like we have like baby ones
Yeah.
of
Look
the
at- yeah.
cattails.
Oh
They're
my
all
God,
like
so
swaying in
many
the
Yeah.
breeze.
They're just really happy
Amazing.
cats. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cute.
And we've seen the brine shrimp kind of hanging out in the middle of these spirals before too, haven't we? Or am I imagining that?
The what?
Not brine shrimp.
Not brine shrimp? What did
But
we see
shrimp.
hanging?
Just shrimp.
Just shrimpies.
Yeah.
Shrimps.
Shrimp. Crustaceans.
Crustaceans.
Shrimps.
Yeah, I think shrimp sometimes do. They don't always. It's not like the constant association like you see with the other.
I'm going to steal your bubble real
crustacea
quick. Let's go with
Sure.
and the squat lobsters, but
Bubble thief. All right, Marley, let's come full wide.
I only steal bubbles with something that can match the surface tension. Ah. Where?
this ridge is much more pronounced than I kind of expected.
Yeah.
maybe that's why the
it is.
backscatter was so strong.
Let's see what if it lines up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow, so many of those sponges right here. No, it doesn't really.
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but these sponges really recruit well to this area, it looks like.
Marley, when you get a chance, we can push
yes, it is. Yes. Sorry.
It's okay. Multitasking is good practice.
Oh, hello.
These are different sponges than the one that we sampled.
Are they?
Yep. Yeah, they're flat.
We have a squat lobster and a brittle star on this metallic gorgia.
Marley, we're going to stay in at this zoom.
I think they look pretty similar.
I feel like the one we got was more round, and these have more of a
that like ridginess to them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Scoops.
Yeah.
See my ploy, if I stay zoomed in, we can avoid the corals.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Marley, let's come forward.
We could just fly the rest of
Video
the way
flex.
like this.
That's a really
wow.
nice, really
Oh.
field of cattails.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Are we at the top?
We're at a top.
Yeah.
We're not at the top of the geo.
No, we're at like
Yeah.
a ridge
Yeah.
see.
adjacent to this node that
Cool.
we
So I
were
can
on.
go all the way up stuff here.
Surprise ridge.
Science, do you have an idea as to why we're seeing so few fish on this dive and yet so much more coral?
I think it's about the attention
really.
span. No, I'm joking.
I'm coming down.
It is interesting though, because you'd expect that as like the base component of a community, like being so diverse and abundant, that other members of the community would be.
I also feel like though we've been seeing not as many associates as we have seen on some other dives.
That's a good point.
Like
yeah.
we've seen sometimes where the corals are just like completely covered in associates, like crinoids and this basket stars.
Oh,
but
really beautiful
It's interesting.
crinoid there.
All right, Marley,
Yeah.
go
Wow.
push all the way in and get a good focus, and then we'll.
whoa.
And then when you're happy, back out and frame the top.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
It's like the sponge behind it has a deep sea ear.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
I thought it looked like a
That's pretty good.
bivalve or something.
Nice big bamboo coral back there.
Indeed.
Marley, let's push in all the way.
It's just like grown sideways its whole life.
Yeah, it's just getting pretty heavy.
I'm gonna look over a little bit at you here.
So bamboos are plants. And we name
we
corals
are
after
back
plants?
to trees.
It resembles a
Yeah, is this
bamboo.
nodal branching? Looks like it's nodal branching.
Yeah, it looks nodal.
Are those hydroids up there?
Yes. Hydroids are colonizing what looks like the dead part of that top skeleton. This is another really good example of when all the polyps are out and like every little bit of surface space is taken up in between the branches.
Yeah.
That's great.
beautiful.
Is that because
There's
it
a hole.
it would like sort of sting itself, so it stops growing into the interstice?
I mean, I don't know if it's that
You have
they
another
sting
kind of
themselves
clump
or they
of
like
them.
can sense it or it's another chemical cue.
Okay.
But like, yeah, they.
Somehow
Alexis,
it
you see
knows.
the
yeah,
twisted
I see the
branches?
the
Oh,
clumpy
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
All right, Marley, let's come full wide. We're going to push forward.
Yeah, they have like they have a mechanism for, you know, growing efficiently.
I'm looking at 045 currently.
How long, like
I'll come back
the little
over.
clumpy bit, it's going around an anemone or something. How long is the lifespan of an anemone and the rate of growth of a coral that it would make sense for the coral to grow around a little anemone that would maybe die in a shorter span then? I guess it would spawn and have babies or something.
Yeah, I think like, I don't know, I honestly don't know lifespans of anemones, but I think like once they settle, they're there for a significant
Yeah,
A
amount
long
of
time, yeah. And
So the corals
it's worth
senses,
the coral
yeah,
to do
senses
something
the
about it.
threat, essentially. So
How long would it take the coral to grow like around something a couple centimeters wide?
I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that the coral would
Yes, we're going down
like
slope.
increase the production of those branches, so grow more quickly there than like on an average base, since
Okay.
it is protecting itself. It's
And
a
it,
defense.
then they're really thin
Yeah,
branches. They're
yeah.
not like the, yeah, okay. is this on the order of like hundreds
Well,
or thousands?
bamboos are normally like in the orders of hundreds, so I would say like
100 years.
oh yeah,
50
but
years.
probably in the 10, like not
Oh,
more
okay,
than
dozens
10.
of years.
Yeah,
At least 7.
at least 7. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So it's something you could like get a time lapse of that
Probably,
happening.
yeah,
Like you
if-
could go stick cameras down and put a little anemone on a branch and see what it does.
Yeah.
10
if somebody
years
had
later,
money
go
to
back.
do that.
Be some really good batteries.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
it's
good
really
point.
good housing too.
Still doing the 065?
I'm doing 075 still.
Oh.
My
you're
apologies,
fine.
I haven't come around to 045. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Or I'm still at
Yeah, I was
045.
doing that to keep us off the ridge like
No.
a while ago, and I just didn't let up because it's been working. But our target bearing hasn't changed too much.
Alright, this is 075.
Copy that.
I could bring us back to 065.
Whatever takes us to waypoint 4.
Yeah.
No.
I just was being a little wanting to keep us on the feature thing.
Are you zooming on that coral on your
Yep.
own volition?
It's like right above the base. It has no tissue cover. Is that true?
Yeah.
Or
Looks like another hemicorallium
Okay, Marley, do your thing.
with zoanthids growing on it. It's interesting, the bigger colonies that we saw didn't have any zoanthids on it.
That's
Oh, there is
interesting.
tissue down there. It's just really thin, light pink tissue at the base.
I'm curious what's behind it. If that's like
Oh, yeah.
mucosal or sponge spines.
It looks like mucus.
All right, Marley, let's come out just a little bit. Let's frame it. Get the whole thing in frame. There we go. One brittle star. That's very long arms.
Oh, yeah. Very long.
Okay, let's come full wide.
Take off.
Those big corals we saw earlier.
I can't get over them. I'm still speechless.
Video fish.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I just want to see what's at the top and see if it's going to be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
There's a little snailfish, maybe.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Ken Sulek was on earlier and had gone through some of the previous video, or the video from earlier in the dive, and he said that there was a silver bluish gray Ipnopidae fish that was blind, sitting on the bottom, motionless, about 1/3 of a meter in length.
What?
And it sits
That
and
we
waits
missed.
for predator. It's a sit and wait predator that relies on senses other than vision. It is very large. It has a very large mouth but tiny teeth, suggesting it uses sudden suction feeding to ingest mobile prey that gets too close.
Wow.
He
Wow.
said then there was 2 fishes
Full wide.
imaged in the very oligotrophic part of the Pacific are both low energy specialists adapted to survive long periods of time without eating. The inflated head, so I think maybe what we just saw was one of these. A macurid is a classic float and wait predator, and then the large fish that I just described is a classic sit and wait predator. So a lot of them don't have eyes, they're using other senses, and they just kind of hang out until they can sense something else, and then they...
Do we know what senses they're using?
I know that for like tripod fish, which are pretty much sit and wait predators, they have feelers.
Yeah.
They'll just face into the current.
I feel like they probably like are very sensitive to motion, so
right.
they can feel when something is close.
Getting sandy.
There's a little rat tail or something in Argus there.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he's been dipping in every couple. There we go again. There they are.
Gives you an idea of how much Argus is moving.
Yeah.
Right.
We're experiencing like 5 meters at least in heave with the ship motion right now. Coming down a little bit.
Sure, we're gonna hang out and
Small little urchin next to the car.
all right, Marley, do your thing.
Little shrimpy.
Cool urchin.
Yeah. Cool shrimp.
Yeah, long legs.
Cool grapes.
I'm glad there was a shrimp here because I was tempted to zoom in on the swimming shrimp and not zoom in on the coral. And I was like, well,
Well.
if science knew that I had made that choice.
Oh my God, kicked out.
Gregory.
Yeah, the botryoidal crust that we've seen this whole dive has been really amazing too.
Definitely.
Just everywhere.
Everywhere.
Super grapey.
It's yeah, I mean, it is very bumpy.
Oh, there's a little mouse shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so that's
Mouse shrimp. Because it's gray.
No, because he doesn't mysid.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I said
That's right.
I'm not going to remember that. It's going to be a mouse shrimp. No open polyps.
No. Not quite sure. It could be a paragorgia. It's got me stumped. I think it's paragorgia.
Yeah, it looks like paragorgia to me.
And a little sponge.
Oh, little tiny ophoroid on the rock.
Oh yeah, there in the back.
Oh.
And a big ophoroid.
All right, Marley, let's come full wide. And we'll find something else to zoom on.
I'm curious how far it's sandy on your starboard side.
I have a feeling we're going to find out, at least a little bit.
Because yeah, it's quite a narrow little band without slope here.
Oh yeah, sand.
Sand bed.
Sand, but no little pebbles.
Nope.
Yep.
Something growing down there.
A single crinoid.
Oh.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah.
Sea pen?
Umbellula. Yeah, it is an umbellula. Sea pen.
I like the ripples around the single rocks you can see in Argus.
Whoa, Whoa, that's really cool.
Yeah, you can see the current being controlled by the presence of the rock.
All right, Marley.
Beautiful.
You can really see like the internal structures in those polyps. That's
polyps
really
are so
cool.
Big
so what are we seeing there? I mean, it looks like a gut, but
I mean, it's essentially a gut.
Really?
So
Okay.
they just have a gut. They have one opening. The mouth is both, or the opening is both the mouth and the anus. So technically the like brown, blackish part would be called the pharynx. But then that like pinkish part leads to the gut.
Testimonial.
And these will start out as just like one or two little polyps, and then they grow up and grow into having more polyps.
All right, Marley, let's come out. And there is something you can hold there. There's something this way. Urchin.
Oh, urchin.
All right, Marley, same thing. We are going to have a slight dust cloud.
Is it an urchin?
I think it's an anemone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So they'll attach to hard substrates that are randomly found along in the sand, or do you think this one's actually just attached to the sediment?
It might be a tube anemone, so it would have a tube in the sediment.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Cool.
Is the tube anchoring it in the sediment?
Yeah, they generally, yeah.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Oh.
I haven't seen one like that before.
Marley, I'm assuming we're full in.
Yeah, we are.
It's tiny. All right, let's come full wide. At least for the expanse that we went over, it was a very short bit of sand.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we should be approaching a pretty steady slope for, we'll continue until the summit.
Roger.
Definitely decreased in abundance of both sponges and corals.
But we have plenty of grapes.
Right?
All the grapes.
Alexis is like, take me back.
You made me leave too soon.
I'm waiting for the next haiku.
Oh, you're going to have to wait till the next watch. I'm all out.
That's pretty impressive. 2 haikus. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
While doing your full job.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know how well I've been
No, you've
video
been
engineering up here.
You got your priorities right.
Yeah.
It looks like,
Well,
yeah.
I can say while you were doing haikus, I never had to zoom for you.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
It's true.
And the one time I did have to zoom for you, you were doing engineering, so.
Thanks, Greg. Good looking out.
Wow. Having set that position, I know when things go wrong, the last thing you want to do is zoom.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, messing up one zoom is not nearly as bad as not having all your stuff recording.
Right.
So
Yeah. So I'm still going to give you grief about it for at least the next.
yeah, I know.
I don't know.
I've accepted my fate on this ship. I get it.
7 years. I'm going to set a Google remind me in my calendar. Oh my gosh, could it be? Maybe?
Coral?
Coral, please.
It's been too long.
All right, Marley, let's push in. Oh, there's a couple down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little bamboo whip coral.
Whip.
Whip. Cool whip.
I'm so glad that that joke was caught.
Ooh,
That's
so
Oh,
pretty.
squat lobster.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
little baby.
Oh,
Blending right in.
it really is.
He has like a karate stance going there.
Hi.
Wow.
I feel like they most of them do.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
He's set up like a ninja, you know, ready to strike.
Very camouflaged too.
Yeah, that's great.
And I think I saw a soft-bodied octocoral up this way. Video, let's come wide. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Marley, same thing. Different coral.
Yay!
And sponge.
Nice sponge.
Sponge looks like a golf ball there. Or a black widow egg sac.
I like the first one.
Sponge just took a very dark turn.
Yeah, right.
I
Bridge
love
neck.
the color of this.
Oh my gosh.
And the
it's so
texture.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Those tentacles are
I know.
amazing. The way they're fanning out.
And then if you,
Tentacles on tentacles.
when they retract
They
like
look like a
fully
golf ball.
inside. Yeah, they look like a mushroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the tentacles
Pull
will
wide,
pull
Marley.
fully into the ball of the body. And their common name is mushroom coral because they look like mushrooms.
Into the body of like the individual polyps or down all the way
No,
to the
down
stalk?
all the
No,
way
down all the
into
way to the stalk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Alexis, I know it's like a huge guessing game with the age of corals, but what's like a soft coral like that? Do you know approximately?
I
Any
don't
idea?
know. Actually, I should. My PhD advisor did his master's on Anthomastus, like growth, so I should have some idea, but I don't.
You're trying to make it close.
But they don't have any hard parts, so like that you normally have to use we use carbon dating or radiometric dating. So, oh, there we go.
It's
Oh
close
yeah, they have a skeleton for that.
A little bit. But so you need like some type of hard skeleton to do that.
They look like little
for
fists.
most
Yeah,
corals.
that's what I was gonna say.
Right
yeah.
now it's shaking its
It's
fist at us.
angry.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ice cream day.
Get off my lawn, you
Get off my lawn.
kids.
I like the shadow. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
No.
It was really nice.
Mouth this off.
All right, Marley, let's push all the way back in real quick. Let's see if I can get.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's
They
beautiful.
do look like little fists. Look.
Wow.
What a great shot.
That is a really cool shot, yeah. All right, I'm basically full down.
Something about that reminds me of like a fiddlehead fern.
Oh yeah, the way they curl up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Alexis, is the polyp pretty much everything coming off of the main body there? Or,
Yeah.
Or just the tentacle bit at the end?
No, it's
everything
the
coming
whole,
off.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the whole.
Yeah, if I continued to annoy it, it would shrink all the way down into the.
Inverted cell.
Yeah.
I
Well, we don't
wonder.
need to.
I wonder why it just closes too.
Those are the only two that I really. It was
With
the.
punching fist.
Yeah. Like, put them up.
Put 'em up.
Put them up. Full wide. Put them up.
Marley, I'll message Eric and ask him about the age of Anthomastus, though.
Yeah, I guess I'm just curious about, I mean, it seems like some of those really epic, huge corals we saw earlier are obviously probably at least a couple
man.
hundred years old.
Current.
Oh, well.
And I just wonder how these compare to those.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What's up?
I did notice earlier in the dive when we weren't on watch, there was like a bunch of just single pink polyps on the rock, and those are baby Anthomastus. So they start as one polyp,
Oh.
and then they like just start to
That's
bud
interesting
more of their
fraction.
polyps.
Yeah, actually, with the look at this, we could
So
not
the
have done
polyp
this with
comes
the old pump.
before the
Yeah,
sock.
totally
You
not.
guys are flying.
It's kind of cool.
Wow. Yeah, so it looks
Stuffed
like we're
crinoid
now
there.
on the
Yeah.
slope.
Oh,
up
this
to
is
the
like very
summit.
smooth. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pavement.
Indeed. Big sheet flows.
I was going to ask if this looks like sheet flow or you think it's
Yeah.
just encrusted.
I think it's sheet flow. Definitely.
Ooh, great Argus shot.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any ribbon lava, like the stuff that looks like ribbon.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen that. A lot of pillows, talus, sheet flow. Saw some jumbled on a previous dive. But also everything is so encoded in the
Yeah.
botryoidal texture that it's like pretty hard to tell sometimes.
Which would make sense if this is a much older
Oh yeah.
like geode than what we've been looking at.
Yeah, yeah,
That-
definitely. And with so many more corals, it has much longer time to kind of be inhabited.
Lone little coral.
Okay, Marley.
Okay, Greg, here we go again.
Picniconid.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
nice eye.
Hey.
Spread across there, too.
Yeah.
Is it feeding?
I can't,
Probably on a polyp, maybe? Can't tell.
can't quite tell.
Oof. They are a little scary.
We have a guard shrimp on duty.
The cover would be $10.
The cover will be $10.
If you'd like to get a view and go to our penthouse suite.
So the Picniconid's a big spender is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
It's very
bamboo coral.
plainer bamboo, yeah. What do we think? Nodal
Yeah,
branching?
nodal branching. Okay,
Very
Marley.
fleshy.
Okay.
Ed says I make video people zoom a lot.
Efficiently, though.
I mean,
That's good, though.
That's
I mean,
the
I
best
like
part
that.
of the job is getting to actually see the things.
Wait, you wanna go down and see something?
No, I'd
It costs you extra.
I brought us
To 065.
Yeah. Now that we're off that thing.
Roger. That was a good.
We've had a peak at 13.
Well,
Ooh, let's look at what's under that rock.
Video go for under the rock. Because you can
That-
point the camera.
Like, what's in the
Right.
sediment?
Yeah. Some brown bit.
Huh. That's odd.
Does anybody else think that looks like a shark egg?
I think like an
Oh,
old
maybe.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
An old shark egg case?
it's definitely possible.
Yep. I would go with the old shark egg case.
Oh.
Super cool.
So we
That's
see shark
amazing.
egg cases laid on corals every now and then. So certain sharks will like intertwine their mermaid's purses on coral branches, and then they'll hatch.
Wow. Look at this little guy.
And this
Great
is a
sponge.
sponge.
There's a big
An
group centered
anemone.
up.
This is a sponge.
I think the sponge is the
This.
marker.
This
This
is
one's a sponge. Put that down.
Put it in the notes, Data.
I got it.
Gives you an idea of the current though.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's just
That's really cool. The seafloor there.
all right.
It
All that
is.
ripping
Coming
in
up.
there.
Full wide, Marley.
Whoa.
Who is that?
That was me.
Okay.
Quite a
Like-
turn there.
Somebody's going for a ride.
Yeah, I want to throw my hands up.
Oh yeah, Jess is super nice because she says, you know, Marley, zoom out. I don't want to make people seasick. And I'm just like, let's go.
Except for the one day when I want people to be seasick, then I just start zooming in,
Yeah.
driving around like a mad woman.
When is that day?
It's like, whoa.
we'll never know.
You'll
Be a
find out.
surprise.
I was
Until
going to
you
say,
know.
we will. We'll all be in the van.
Is that a sponge?
It was a
It
sponge.
was a sponge, yeah.
But Alexis does not want to zoom on that.
Video, let's push in on the coral.
Oh, video.
Another
Okay.
bamboo whip.
You gotta switch it up. You can't just
Lepidisis.
stick with one.
It's a nice one.
All right, let's see if we can follow this all the way up.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but it does a weird twist, I think, up here.
Beautiful sea whip.
Ooh, nice. Uh-oh.
Oh, squat
Spot
lobster.
lobster.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh,
All right,
Just
full
the
wide.
briefest of breaks. It's pretty good.
So if we were seeing cattails earlier, does this make this a pigtail?
ooh. There you go, Jess.
Good one.
Look at those ripples. I like those.
I know.
Mhm.
Argus is getting some good shots.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is.
It's very beautiful.
Holly, I feel like you're glued to the Herc monitor, and like whenever somebody mentions Argus, you're like, oh my
Whoa,
god.
background.
Yes.
I am
There's a
basically a
whole
goldfish,
other
and every
thing.
time I get
Yes.
surprised, I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, there's a whole other thing.
Yes, it's so true. I can see her head turn. And the expression just like beam open.
Is that a Venus flytrap anemone?
Oh yeah, looks like it.
Ooh.
On a crinoid.
A poor crinoid.
I know it's all weighed down.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
All right, Marley, let's push in.
Sorry, I was distracted watching Argus.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, big
at
Venus
that.
flytrap.
Wow.
Ooh, that's
super
awesome.
cool.
What a weird situation to be in.
Configuration.
Yeah. I just don't see how that's helpful for you.
I think at one point it was.
Probably that's true.
Well, you know, sometimes you outgrow your home. You got to move.
I
Right?
don't think he can move.
It's a complicated relationship.
It's a very complicated relationship.
The crinoid's like, I told you.
You said you'd support me. Video full on.
I think we're putting a lot of human issues into these creatures.
I mean, we started like just with the tree comparisons, and now it's
Just full on
Right.
anthropomorphizing them.
yep.
Yeah.
When we can't physically see our faces on things, we place our experiences on them.
Somebody's in the winch room.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 people.
Oh, that looks like a Trevor.
There's a Trevor and an Avery.
Actually, if you watch 9 versus, you can't see the winch quad. If you watch 9 versus the winch quad, you can predict the future.
Yeah.
You see that? Do you see the time difference
Oh,
between
yeah.
the two? Yeah.
Like
It's only like
pro tips.
like half a second, if that, but
There.
but it's there, and that's
It's
what
so
makes it wonderful.
I wonder if they're hearing any noises.
From the drum or something?
Yeah. Usually only one person goes down.
Trevor's been going down as well on a lot of these.
Okay.
Okay, video, push in. You'll see it when you see it.
The little shrimpy.
Oh, he's in the shadows. Back away, little shrimp.
Meh.
Oh.
Yeah, once he's in my shadow, it doesn't really.
So if we don't make it to our targeted goal distance, we know it's because Greg just zooms on shrimps. And has nothing to do with corals.
Has nothing to do
Full
with
on.
your watch lead.
How far are we gone? Yeah.
I feel like we've made up a pretty
I feel like
decent
we-
amount of
I
time.
think
Yeah.
we're
in
at
the,
620 meters, because I think we started right at the lip of that thing.
Nice.
So yeah, we've done all right.
We're at 620.
Yeah, maybe 650, if I'm being generous.
Be generous.
1 million kilometers.
Ooh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Little
Jess, let's put the
sediment
lasers
river.
on
Wow.
trench.
Megan, what is this?
Pigeons.
It's a fracture in the rock.
Lasers on trench.
Raiders
Oh
on
wow,
trench.
look, you can see how far it goes in Argus.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
so
really
cool.
cool.
Sweet.
Can we get a zoom on the like inside walls of the
Sure.
fracture? See if we got some grapes on them?
Maybe at this break up ahead.
Yeah, that sounds good.
If you've recently joined us, we are diving on a previously unmapped, unexplored
keep a delta
guyot
of
in
10
international
here.
waters.
Sure.
We are on our way north
I
to
see grapes.
Johnston Atoll
I
from
do
Howland
too.
and Baker, so we stopped to do a dive on the way.
Grapes on the left.
And
Yeah.
we've been diving for
Marley, let's push in.
about
All the
16
way.
hours. Started at 2,600 meters and are currently at around 1,870. And we're
Megan, we have grapes.
working
Yes,
our
we
way to
do.
the
Wow.
summit of this guyot, where hopefully we'll see a carbonate cap and evidence of when this seamount
Okay, Marley,
was
let's
at
back
the
out a little bit.
surface.
Let's get the lasers
and
in the
became
shot.
a guyot as it was
That's good.
eroded away. We saw
And
a
now let's
lot
come
of
full wide.
corals over the past like 3 hours or so.
Yeah,
We've kind
a
of come out of
ton
the
of
really
coral.
high density and diversity area, but honestly, pretty amazing sight so far.
As we're coming up to the cap, as Alexis was saying, there might be some